Warning: the following YessiLou Comics and Pops video may contain material that many parents will not find suitable for children 13 years old and under. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero.
Welcome to YessiLou Comics and Pops. I am Lou, and this is Lou's Review. I'm here today with Coffee Madness and Zenner. Zekhead's doing our little thing today. You'll be seeing more of this, by the way. But here they are, guys. Say hi. Coffee and Zenner.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Zenner. I'm Coffee. Today, graciously appearing on Lou's channel, we're going to do a Drop It Like It's Hot movie review.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is it a movie review? Wait, is it?
Oh, no.
It's
a TV series review.
Yes.
Yeah, TV
That's
series.
what it's going to be.
Tell us a little more about it, Lou.
Well, we're doing He-Man. Masters of the Universe Revelations Part 1. They're not going into this that it was a Part 1. I thought they was giving us everything, but yeah, Kevin Smith produced, wrote. I'm not the hugest He-Man fan, but I did watch He-Man and I like it. So, I was intrigued. So, what do you think, Coffee?
Go ahead. Go.
I think that this is just a wonderful series that just all around the board is awesome.
But were you originally a He-Man fan before you even kicked onto it?
Yeah, I like He-Man. I wasn't a huge He-Man fan. I'm not like my Spider-Man is my fandom, but I did like it. I came home after school every day to see it. So yeah, I was a fan.
See, there you go. And after 40 years, was it 40?
Yeah, I think it's 40 years because they came out in the 1980s.
Right. So 40 years, Kevin Smith, and give me some more names, Lou. You're probably better at that.
Surprisingly, this thing was jam-packed with stars. Of course, we got Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill as Skeletor.
That is awesome.
Boom! That's how you do it.
Yeah. To my surprise, we have Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer herself, as Tila.
Oh, really? She played Tila.
Played Tila, yeah.
I couldn't.
She did a great job.
Yeah, she did a phenomenal job.
Leah Headley from Game of Thrones, the Evil Queen, as evil-lyn.
Really? See?
No,
I never did the comparison.
Me neither. Yeah. I didn't see that.
We got cool. Diedrich Bader as King Randor and Trap Jork. Diedrich Bader, actor on Dana Harvey's show, and he was also Batman in one of the animated series. Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, wow.
Clueless herself as Queen Marlena. We got Kevin Conroy as Merman. Henry Rollins as Triclops. Jason Lewis as Stinkor. Justin Long was Roboto. This Harley Quinn Smith is in it. This was jam-packed with stars.
See, that's cool that Kevin Smith did that for everybody. He's like, you know what? We're gonna share the love and get all these top-notch people. That's. I'm telling you, I wasn't as of a big of I love Kevin Smith, but now because he went to I tell him about the music score. I don't remember the guy's name.
The guy's name is Bear, as in the animal, Bear McCreary.
Bear.
This guy's a beast. He's done Battlestar Galactica, The Walking Dead, God of War video game, Godzilla, King of Monsters. He's won Emmys. He's won BAFTAs. Da Vinci's Demons. This guy's a serious guy here.
Wow. Yeah. No wonder I enjoyed it, so much as far as the musical side of it,
Yeah, because someone like that who does all these different kinds of music, that must be good. They have to have some kind of musical background. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
The name itself is kind of cool. Bear McCreary.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy's name is Bear, like you said.
Yeah.
So
the name itself is kind of cool.
Name like Bear, yeah.
That's awesome. And again, Netflix and Kevin Smith and every single one of the voice actors and the music score and the artists collided together
and join forces to create this just immensely beautiful and really just awesome series.
Now, saying that, did you enjoy it, Lou?
It was.
Take it, Lou.
I thought it was amazing. It was really good. I saw the first episode, hooked me. I had to see more. I had a lot of questions, but I think a good first episode is supposed to do that. It's supposed to want to make you want to see what's in the rest of the series, and it did it. It was great. It was battles, a lot different than what I remember being the filmation version, but it meant that it's more. It has more girth to it. It's tougher. It's not those old cartoons where they were great, but it ran a wheel, the same wheel. Like I was never scared He-Man. I was never scared He-Man was going to lose the fight.
Right. And I think that's
you have to be worried in this show. Yeah.
Right. I think that's a great point because when we were growing up, that's the same thing. There was no worries. There was no threat. There was no, because you knew He-Man was always going to be superior to Skeletor. But remember, though, that at the time, he had to, because of the connection that, the psychologist said, well, you do understand that Skeletor can never win.
Yeah.
You get that.
Yeah. And plus, they were.
Right.
It wasn't for a lot of younger children. They were selling all those cartoons were selling toys, is what they were doing.
Right. Yeah. Right. So the hero has to win because just if the villain wins, then the hero is no longer like as powerful. So because when the hero wins, it's like this symbol of hope and like that everyone involved in it, they're like, okay, he has to win.
Right.
Flat out.
And again, like you said, it sells more toys. And and that's fantastic because guess what? If it didn't do as great in the sales, we wouldn't be here 40 years later reintroducing it for a whole new generation.
Right.
And Kevin Smith and every single person involved me personally, I absolutely was locked in after the first 15 minutes of episode 1. Still. Yeah. I was in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was, visually in, stunning, unbelievable. The animation has been just blown out of proportion. Audio, forget about it. It's
off the ropes.
It's pleasing to listen to, and the suspense, the drama, top notch. They knew exactly when to build up a character, capture you in, and drop a different situation. It was all just synced together so perfectly. It was in every conceivable way. Yeah, it's immensely well done. It's a project that I'm very thankful that Netflix did this with Kevin Smith and everyone involved because this is something that generations from here on out will enjoy.
Yes, I agree. Go ahead.
What was your favorite part, or let's say villain or character?
What surprised me the most, and I'm just gonna say it's my favorite, was evil-lyn became. I mean, all these characters were fleshed out a lot more. They gave them depth. Beastman was not a stooge; he was a badass. He was amazing. But evil-lyn kind of stole the show for me because, it's this. From what I remember, this evil just because she's evil character. Now she has depth. I mean, she's well. By the way, spoilers in this. We're gonna spoil the hell out of this, but the first episode, He-Man and Skeletor, they're gone. So there's no more magic in Eternia. So we go on this ride with Tila, and she meets up with evil-lyn to go find the two halves of the sword, and they have to team up, and it's awkward, but it makes sense, and evil-lyn sees they're, I think anyway, that they're just people, what I mean, that different sides of the coin, but it becomes more of a team after a while, and I thought she was pretty awesome in it.
Right. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that because the character building for every individual villain or hero was well executed. Mm-hmm. They gave Beastman. They didn't make him as what's the word? Old office.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't make him
Curly from the Three Stooges. That's I always thought he was just a evil laugh. You know.
Right.
Funny guy,
Right. Triclops was the same thing.
Yeah.
What's the Trapjaw is another character that he wasn't just a lackey.
No, he all of them had some form of ulterior motive and some form of bigger thinking.
Right, and
inside their own head.
Matter of fact, that was my favorite part. That each one had a dream. They had something that they want to do when Skeletor was removed.
Right.
You know, immediately Triclops came into play.
Yeah.
And he became this like priest of technology because that was secretly his dream. But since Skeletor was around, he couldn't do that because he was just a lackey.
He couldn't execute it because he knew that Skeletor would overpower him and take him out. Yeah, there was a lot more depth in every character.
Yeah, he's strong enough to take over Snake Mountain. That's pretty cool, even without Skeletor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. For him to have that want to take it over and be the first one in line, you know, because apparently without Skeletor, none of them functioned correctly. You know, evil-lyn could have done it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Very, very well thought out and executed of, you know, why this had, because it would have been a techie world, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Eventually, because
technology would have flourished somehow.
Right. No, I'm saying because Triclops is the one that was having them drink that liquid.
Right.
Which was turning everybody into a cyborg, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
Dark, very
that
dark.
That scene with that little kid turning its head.
That was.
I was like, dude, that's weird.
Yeah.
Totally weird.
Awesome, but weird at the same time. Like,
I enjoyed that part. That was
that
was fun.
You little thing like that.
What else is your favorite part?
I liked the Scarecrow Tila face off. You know,
yes.
You know, what was her fear? What was her fear to you?
What was her fear to you?
I thought that her fear.
You know what? You brought it up. You bring it up first.
Yeah.
You go first. All right. For me, it was she was unsure of her fear of who she was. You know, she in the beginning she gets this cryptic quote from the sorcerer. You know, the sorceress tells her, "I'd want to see you one last time." And she's no dummy, so I know she probably put two together. But you know, she has to go help He-Man. So she goes back to the castle, and she's, you know, she finds out that He-Man was, Prince Adam was He-Man. She's like, wait, what's going on? She probably figured out she's that Man-at-Arms is not really a father, and he just lied to her for I don't know how long.
Right.
So who is she? Who am I now? And she gives it all up, and she becomes some mercenary. And then so when she faces Scarecrow, I think she realizes there's all that her being brought up by Man-at-Arms, the sorceress, her strengths, her weaknesses, her fear, all that makes up who she is, and that's how she realized how she's gonna overcome Scarecrow.
Correct.
Right.
I think you're absolutely right.
That's actually a very good point.
What do you think her fear is? What was being Tila, and that showdown that she had with Scareglow. Scareglow. Thank you.
I thought her fear was something where she was afraid to fail, where she wanted to become a warrior, but she was just too scared to fail.
Right.
To fail everyone, to fail Man-at-Arms, to fail He-Man, to fail everyone that she's ever known.
I agree with that because I think that fear is what was holding her back from everything, because she didn't want the responsibility of people dying on her watch, which is a big deal because who wants that? But whatever.
But it is a part of being a hero.
Absolutely,
is to have that responsibility.
Absolutely. What was your favorite part or opinion about the show?
Well, my favorite part out of all of it was I believe it was episode 4 where Orko saves everyone, where he saves everyone and he realizes his true power.
Correct.
That for me was just wow.
That was badass. Yes, he had his moment. That was badass. Total badass moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Because before it was always that he was another, bumbling fool,
Yeah.
and they
Comic
changed
relief.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was awesome. I don't think he's dead though. I think he's alive.
There you go.
Yeah, I
You
think
think he's
so.
alive?
You think he's
I
alive?
think he's
I think
alive.
so
Yeah,
too.
I think it's a bubble. You know, in the beginning he had that bubble thing with Cringer.
Right on.
Right.
Right on.
I think
Right
he
on.
put himself in a bubble.
He did do that.
Yeah, but he sacrificed himself. That was a great moment. It was awesome. He gets his due. A lot of these guys, uh, Man at Arms. Man at Arms is always a badass, but wow, was he a badass in this show?
Yeah.
He sure was.
In this one,
Yeah.
he was just amazing.
He sure was. He sure was. He came in and saved the day every single time at the right moment.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's who Man at Arms is.
Yep.
Wow.
And he didn't want the crown. He didn't want the glory. He just wanted to save the day and leave.
He's trying to help people out. That's all he wants to do. That's what a real hero is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
I think
awesome.
I think that's a really, really good point, dude. You saying that Orko was going to come back in a bubble.
Yeah,
He
I think so.
For a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Another thing I thought was cool was we got to see Subternia. We talked about Scareglow, but also Preternia. That was pretty cool. It's like heaven, right?
Right. Yeah.
And all the He-Mans there, it's pretty cool.
Right. Because in Preternia there was King Grayskull. There was Hero. And if you don't know who Hero is actually the great ancestor of He-Man, who has actually the ability to create magic at will.
Right.
Without any weapon or object.
Right. So Skeletor uses the staff. He-Man uses the sword. Evil-lyn uses her
staff.
Her staff with the orb on top.
With the orb on top. He can just do it by will.
He just wills it.
Yes. With his hands, and he just has the ability to conjure up magic.
Right.
I didn't know that. It's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that is cool and this is the Preternia, right?
Yes.
So this was before He-Man, before Skeletor, before everybody. What did they show that at?
So they actually showed the Preternia later in the 80s when they were doing the mini comics. So they showed them a little bit later, along with King Grayskull and Hero. That's where they first showed Preternia.
Cool.
And in that, it's actually a complete past of Eternia. But in the He-Man Revelations, they make it as like a heaven.
No, wait, we're talking about the comic book now?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about the comic book Revelations, He-Man, Master of the Universe.
Yes.
What did you read?
So in that, there is a creature. It's called the Orlax. And this Orlax, no one knows really where it's from. All I know is that it's from a place called Primeria. And it has the ability to travel through space and time at will. And because it's traveling through space and time, it can be in two places
at once.
Simultaneously.
Yes.
So that means it's technically unkillable. So you would have to kill it exactly at the same time in both places.
Who's controlling it?
The person who's controlling it.
Let me guess, Skeletor.
Yeah, Skeletor.
Is he really though?
Yep, it's actually Skeletor. Well, he's trying to, and he's actually.
So he's not controlling it.
Kind of, but the creature is fighting back.
Okay, so from what I gathered from the book is that Skeletor is wearing some type of helmet that Evil-lyn created for him. So with that helmet, it gives him some type of psychic ability to find out where he's going.
Yes.
So not actually controlling it, but that's the twist that the comic book is doing. But in this particular one, we're talking about the TV series where Skeletor ends up victorious, right?
Yes, because he actually masterminded everything.
Right, and that's my favorite part. Now that you brought that up, that Skeletor was the one that thought about doing this in the first place, cracking the orb. He-Man was going to willingly sacrifice himself, sending everybody into the subterranean. He thought about all of it. And he even thought about jumping in behind Adam at the right time and stabbed him in the back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to Evil-lyn. What did you say? What episode was it?
So in actually the beginning of episode 5.
So episode 5, that's when he starts whispering.
Yes. So basically,
believe me, in a nice voice, so you don't think it's Skeletor, but it is him.
Yes. So he's actually using evil-lyn staff to secretly whisper it inside her ear to go bring back the sword, bring it together, and then bring it back to Castle Grayskull, and then bring back the magic.
And why? Because he's stuck inside the orb.
Yes.
Because he says that when he was technically destroyed, he threw his essence inside the orb, and to encourage evil-lyn, he was like, "Go get the sword."
Yes. And evil-lyn thought that was just the magic.
She thought it was the magic, or herself, some type of psychic connection.
Yes, it was the magic. No, it was actually Skeletor all along.
Yeah, that was very well thought out with all of the characters and the plots and the circumstances that they were given, where you had even villains rise to be heroes.
Yeah.
But it's a very well executed plan, because now you're like this for season 2.
Yeah, I'm really definitely excited for season 2. And I gotta say, great job by Mark Hamill. He knocked it out of the park with that Skeletor.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mark Hamill did an absolute amazing, spectacular, fantastic, incredible job for doing Skeletor. I mean, they all did. They all did.
But Mark Hamill was just amazing.
Yeah, because there was been comparisons for him, doing other voiceovers, but you cannot, at not one point do I see Mark Hamill in the face of Skeletor. I just see Skeletor. Done.
Yeah,
and that's every character that is in this Netflix series. Even when you said the girl from Buffy the Vampire, never knew.
Yeah,
I didn't even tell. Not even a little bit.
Right. So
I thought it was Tila. That's what I thought it was.
I thought it was my known actress. I didn't know. I didn't know it was her until I did my research. And I looked different sources too to make sure it was her. Yeah, so wow, that really is her.
There were times where I was literally screaming and saying, I felt awful when Orko was done, when they took him out. I was screaming every single time that Man-at-Arms came to fix it. You know what I mean?
Save the day.
Right.
Yep.
This is even people who were never He-Man fans in my home were like feeling emotionally bad because this character died or this happened to this person, So Netflix, man,
it hooked you. It's a good show. I'm gonna have to watch it again because my wife hasn't seen it, but I have no problem with that. I really want to see it again and get more stuff. Maybe we'll talk more about it in the future because I think there's a lot of Easter eggs. I mean, you gave us a bunch, Zener. That was awesome, but
right.
I think there's more. I think there's more we can look into.
Right. Yeah. And this particular cartoon animation, did it make you want to go get some figures?
Oh yeah,
definitely. Just yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another one of my favorite parts was how they brought in Mossman.
Oh right.
Mossman. He's one of the first casualties, and that right there set a good tone for everything too. That was that was a great character. Yeah.
Yes, because later on in episode 5, we see Mothman again because he was brought back to life in Preternia. So, do you think that they're actually going to bring him back?
Yeah, I think he's going to be the nature. He's part of nature now. I think he can. I don't think physically, but like in spirit, he might even be able to construct a form from himself when he's needed. But yeah, I think I that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, got his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing. Wow. Okay. More like a Swamp Thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, more like Swamp Thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing is a great comparison because he is nature, saying you can't kill nature because it grows all over the world.
Yes, it's life. Right. So there's no way of eliminating it permanently. Right. So I do think that Swamp Thing,
Mossman?
Thank you. Mossman is going to come back.
Right. I believe his physical form, but I think he can somehow play between both worlds.
Right.
Right. So like Prince Adam, once he dies, he can't go back up. So he's just kind of like in the ground. But Mossman, since he is life itself, I think he can, somehow go between worlds. Yeah.
Yes, because he is nature.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
One of the biggest parts that I like just out of all of them is when evil-lyn and Orko were in the Trollin Castle, and they saw the Shadow Beast, and then the Shadow Beast turned into versions of Orko.
Right, because before they even turned into the Shadow Beast, it was shadows, and then it was an Oracle shadow. That's where I was like, "What's that about?"
Yeah,
another Easter egg. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That
so what did you think that was like? Because since they were all in their version of hell inside Subternia, what do you think that was for?
That was the
shadows.
Like, what was that?
You have any idea?
Like the
remember the Dark Orc or the Shadow Oracle, whatever it was. What do you think that was?
So I think it was basically where Orko was afraid of being alone because he saw that all of his kind was dead or either missing. So he was just afraid of being alone.
So it's his fear. That was his fear. Okay, I see.
That was his fear.
That was his fear.
Okay.
And actually, they actually did a pre-evil Orko called the Unnamed One. That was actually kind of a messiah over the snake men in the mini comic books.
Really?
Yes. And they actually made a prototype figure of him later on as a little evil version of Orko.
So you mean to tell me there's an evil Orko out there in the comic books that we don't know nothing about?
Yes. He's called the Unnamed One.
Interesting stuff.
Now, those comics are a lot different than the origins or stories of the TV series in this one, right?
That's a great point, because they are. They're not. I don't know if they are. They're not following the same thing, right?
No.
Now, we're talking about the original little mini books about this thing, not the one current.
No.
Right.
These are different ones.
Right. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. It's not your typical story where it's a regular person getting in trouble, then they have to save the planet. This one was team up on team up on team up. You don't know what was going to happen. You don't know who was working with who at the time. Twists happen, turns happen. Every episode was like, okay, hit the next button, hit the next button. And no time that I would say, I got to get up and answer my phone or anything. I was locked in for the long run. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. It was
easy 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah, it was easy. Wow, it went so fast. It didn't feel like 2.5 hours.
It did go fast, but it was just amazing.
Absolutely.
Definitely wanted more. I felt I thought for a second we were gonna get left on a cliffhanger and I have to wait like a whole year or something for next season, but that's all done. There were 10 episodes made, so I'm guessing next month or the month after we're gonna get part 2.
Really?
Yeah.
So they already finished it.
They did 10, but I guess he broke it up like that because I don't know. I don't know why he broke it up. I guess just a cliffhanger like Empire Strikes Back, and that one on a bad note and so we can see how it ends.
I'm in. I'm down.
Hey,
we're gonna have to wait just 1 month. That's not long
perfectly okay.
I'm hoping. I think it should be a month or 2, but the quicker the better because I'm ready to watch it all.
Brother, I'm gonna watch it again tonight. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, my wife's gonna come tonight, and we're definitely gonna check it out. Because she's not a fan at all, but she saw the trailer and she said, I want to see that. So
see, that's awesome. Same thing with his mom. She's like, lock me in, I'm ready.
Yeah, she wants to go see it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool, very cool.
Well, thank you for this opportunity to jump on, buddy. And I'm telling you, man, anybody who hasn't seen Masters of the Universe Revelations, go and spend some time. You will not regret it.
Yeah, man, that was some good stuff.
Well,
highly recommend it. I don't know how well it's doing with the ratings, but I never paid attention to that anyway. I recommend it. So if you're watching me, give it a try. Give it one episode a try. I guarantee you watch the whole thing.
I'm telling you, I give it 2 thumbs up. What do you give it?
2 thumbs up, double bazinga.
Definitely 2 thumbs up.
What do you give it?
Definitely 2 thumbs up. Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Good stuff. I really don't have much negative to say. If it
Right.
was to be something negative, it would really be nitpicking. At that point, you know, if that's the case, for me, it doesn't matter. Why say it? Because you know, you don't have to be negative for anything. So I thought the whole thing was good. I enjoyed myself. I want more. It's good. It's good. Two thumbs
Absolutely.
up,
Yeah.
100%.
I watched the whole thing. I have nothing bad to say about it. Absolutely nothing from front to to finish.
Yeah.
It's motivating me to go get the toys and more. Can't wait for the next comic book to drop out. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
I'm excited for the comics. That's right. They are coming. I'm definitely gonna look into those.
Masters
It
of
made
the
me a bigger fan,
Universe.
definitely. It did make me a bigger
Yes,
fan, yeah.
I think this is great because it's going to make new fans for the future generations. It's
Yeah.
in. It's ready,
All
dude.
on the board, just
Yep.
awesome.
Kevin Smith, you did a fantastic job. I can't applaud you
Enough,
anymore.
it's just-
Enough. It's dude. Thumbs up.
Double thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Yes, I think
Absolutely.
as big as Stranger Things and other TV shows on Netflix.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I can see that completely.
This can definitely lock me in for a whole year of subscription. Yep. No
Very
problem.
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Guys,
you,
don't
sir.
forget to sub up to this channel here. Ozzy, you don't have a channel, right?
Right.
Yeah,
You do it or you don't?
I don't. Not
Okay.
right now.
yeah.
All right. So, all right, guys. That's for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you'll be notified for future videos.
There you go.
Your connection.
Thanks, Will. I have the power.
Okay. Stay healthy, guys. Stay safe. We got Ozzy, Zenner, and Lou out. Peace, guys.
Peace. Peace
That's
out.
it, guys. That's